Welcome back to the ABCs of DIY, and today's letter is D for duplex. In terms of architecture, design, and construction, duplex can mean two things. The first, which is much more commonly known, is that of a building that houses more than one family. In a duplex, you generally have a living unit or apartment on the main level, and then a separate or enclosed exterior stair which leads you to the second level and the second apartment. The other meaning for duplex, which is much less commonly known, especially for those outside of architecture, design, construction, and in particular electricians, is that of an outlet. You've seen them a million times, they're everywhere in your home, and you most likely have already used them a handful of times today. A duplex is an electrical outlet, which allows you to plug in or connect two different electronic devices or appliances. You also have quadruplexes, which allow you to plug in 4 items, but those are more commonly found in commercial settings. So, as you can see, duplex means two. It is derived from the Latin word meaning twofold. So there are different kinds of duplexes when speaking about outlets, and the most commonly used in homes are 15 amp or 20 amp. A dedicated duplex, tamper-proof duplexes, waterproof duplexes, and GFCIs. Let's start with the dedicated duplex. It's for larger appliances such as refrigerators or ranges, furnaces if they're not directly hardwired. Basically, a dedicated duplex is the only electrical device on its own circuit breaker. If you have an appliance that is taking a large amount of energy, you'll most likely want a dedicated duplex. So let's talk about 15 amp versus 20 amp. The 15 amp duplex is suitable for standard household appliances, lamps, and other accessories. This is the one that's most common in your home. The 20 amp is for heavier duty appliances and power tools, and this duplex has a T-shaped slot which differentiates it from the smaller 15 amp duplex. When talking about duplexes, the other common variation is that of the tamper-resistant outlet. These were first required in the 2008 edition of the National Electrical Code, and they are stamped with a TR on the device. Tamper-resistant duplexes were implemented to help prevent electrical shock. Specifically for children, tamper-resistant duplex has 2 spring-loaded shutters that close the slots when you remove a plug in order to keep the openings closed and off limits. Moving on, we have the waterproof duplex, which are on the exterior of a building, and they allow us to plug in the speaker at the family barbecue or some other light that you have outside. These come in with their own waterproof housing to ensure that water and electricity don't mix because they are not friends. And finally, speaking of water, we have GFCIs, which stand for ground fault contact interrupters, a mouthful. That's why everyone uses the letters instead. This type of duplex is required in areas where a water source is or can be present. In kitchens, you need them within 2 feet of a sink, and in bathrooms within 3 feet of a sink. We find these types in duplexes in garages, crawl space, basements, and laundry rooms. A GFCI constantly monitors the current flowing through a circuit. If that circuit differs by a small amount for any reason, it trips the outlets and cuts off electricity to prevent accidental electrocution. Importantly, for design, let's talk about design when you think about duplexes. So when you're planning your future renovation, it's worth considering that you can get duplex devices in faceplates in different colors, aside from the standard black, white, gray, and metals. One of the worst things, in my opinion, is when you spend so much time, effort, and money on designing that cool space, and you have this amazing black basalt tile or pink travertine, or your kitchen island is powder baby blue, but then your outlets are white or black, or a severely contrasting color that negates the entire effort you put into the thing. Did you know that you can have customized colors, or at least find outlets that are closer to the color that you'll be using? That's going to completely elevate your space and make sure that you're 100% happy with everything you've done in your home renovation. Because let's face it, ladies, this is going to take a lot of money, time, and effort, and you want to get it done right the first time. So consider the color, and let's figure out where you need those specialty outlets to have your electrician install the correct color device and faceplates in those specific locations. And there you have it. D was for duplex.